Hello guys, I'm ATP and today I want to introduce you to something new and completely free that might change the way you trade. Let me present to you the new Twin Range Filter Indicator, a powerful momentum-based tool that not only simplifies your charts but also delivered over 700% profit during my full testing session. I will show you exactly how it works, test it across 5 assets and 4 timeframes, and I will even create a day trading strategy that might become one of your new favorites. If you enjoy no-fluff, deeply tested strategies and tools, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's dive in. Before we get started, I want to thank one of our amazing Discord members for suggesting this indicator. If you have ideas you'd like me to test in future videos, just drop them in the comments or inside our free Discord. The link is in the description. The Twin Range Filter is a trend-following indicator that applies dual-range smoothing to eliminate market noise and highlight the trend direction. It plots dynamic buy and sell signals directly on the chart, focusing on significant price shifts while filtering out low-impact fluctuations. This makes it highly effective for identifying clean entries, spotting early trend reversals, and avoiding false breakouts. Overall, it's clean, simple, and surprisingly powerful. Now let's head over to TradingView so we can set up the indicator and see how it works in real time. To begin, open the Indicators tab and type in Twin Range Filter. You will see several community versions available and feel free to use any of them. But in my case, I will be using a custom version I coded myself, which clearly displays the buy and sell signals and also includes the filter lines. If you'd like to use this version too, it's completely free. Just head over to our free Discord community and check out the free materials channel. There you will find the full Pine script source code. All you have to do is copy it, open the Pine editor in TradingView, click on New, select Indicator, paste the code, save it, and finally click on the Add to Chart option, and that's it. Here's how it works. When price gains momentum to the upside, you will see a buy arrow. When it shifts downward with strength, a sell arrow appears. The range filter line helps you visually confirm the trend. As you can see, it's very simple. Besides showing clear buy and sell labels on the chart, one of the great things about this custom version is that you can also create alerts in just a few clicks. If you go to the Create Alert option in TradingView and select the Twin Range Filter ATP indicator, you will find both long and short conditions ready to use. This allows you to receive immediate notifications whenever a breakout happens, so you don't have to constantly monitor your screen. By default, this indicator uses these settings. We are going to use them, but I will make one small change. We will use a fast range of 2 instead of 1.6 to make signals slightly more selective and reduce some unprofitable signals. Now that we have covered how to set up and use the Twin Range Filter, let's move on to the part that really matters, the performance testing. To begin, we are going to apply a simple but effective trend filter, the 200 period exponential moving average. This helps us stay aligned with the broader market direction and filter out trades that go against the trend. The rule is straightforward. If the price is above the 200 EMA, we will only take buy signals. If the price is below, we will only take sell signals. Next, we move on to the risk management, one of the secrets of any good strategy. Every trade will include a clear stop loss and take profit. For the stop loss, we'll use the ATR bands indicator with a multiplier of 2, which means each trade adapts dynamically to the asset's current volatility. For long positions, the lower band sets up our stop loss. For shorts, we use the upper band. As for the take profits, we'll stick with a 1 to 1.5 risk-to-reward ratio, a classic setup. Now, for the testing framework, we are going to assess this strategy across 4 different timeframes to match different trading styles: 5 minute for scalping, 30-minute for day trading, 1 hour for swing trading, and daily for long-term traders. Will apply to 5 different markets: Bitcoin, Euro USD, gold, the S&P 500 and the Apple stock, giving us a solid mix of crypto, forex, commodities and equities. This way we can evaluate how the twin range filter performs across different assets and market behaviors. For the testing window, we'll be using 2 full years of data, from June 2023 to June 2025. That period includes a lot of market conditions, trending moves, sideways consolidation and sharp corrections, making the results more reliable and realistic. And of course, we are not doing this by hand. All the testing is done using the ATP Indicators Testing Bot, the same tool that over 200 traders are already using to validate their systems quickly and efficiently. It handles everything: tracking signals, applying filters, logging trades, and delivering all the metrics in seconds. If you want to try it yourself, just visit algotradepro.com. The link is in the description. So, with everything ready, let's fire up the bot, input the full strategy and run the complete test. I will be back in just a moment to walk you through the full results. After analyzing more than 3000 trades, here we have all the results. Starting with a 5-minute time frame, this was actually the weakest performer of the group, but still ended in the green. The strategy achieved a net profit of 66% with a win rate just under 40%, which is still respectable for a raw breakout system. Looking at the assets table, Bitcoin came out on top, while Euro USD dragged down the average. And one thing that really stands out here is Apple, which remained around break-even but had an extreme drawdown of over 100%, making it a clear outlier in terms of risk. This is also reflected in the overall max drawdown of the strategy, which was above 110%. Despite that, for crypto scalping, this time frame might still offer interesting potential, especially with some risk management tweaks. Moving on to the 30-minute chart, things get significantly better. The system delivered a net profit of 221% with a win rate of 40.55% and a Sharpe ratio of 1.31, a very healthy result. Additionally, every single asset tested was profitable, with Bitcoin once again leading the pack. Euro USD was the weakest, showing a small loss of 16%. The equity curve is much smoother, though we still saw a max drawdown of 79%, which we'll try to improve in just a moment. Now let's talk about the 1 hour time frame, another strong performer. Here we have a net profit close to 180%, with a win rate increasing to 42%. Again, Bitcoin came out as the top performing asset, showing impressive consistency across all time frames. All 5 assets were profitable in this setup, and the equity curve is very strong. That said, there was still a max drawdown of 86%, which is something to be mindful of for risk-adjusted strategies. And finally, the daily time frame. Of course, we had far fewer trades, just 34 in total, but the system still ended in profit, with a win rate of 43% and a net profit of 12%. This time frame showed the smoothest equity curve of all, though the sample size is small. To properly assess its long-term viability, we will definitely need more data, perhaps by expanding the test period or adding more pairs to test. Overall, even in its raw form, with no filters, no volume confirmation and default settings, the twin range filter strategy showed strong potential. In fact, we didn't see a single time frame with negative results, but as I usually say, good systems can become great with the right optimization. So, for this optimization test, I decided to focus on the 30-minute time frame, which had the highest net profit at 221%, but also showed some instability in the form of a 79% max drawdown. So our objective is to keep the strong signals and eliminate the weaker, low-quality entries. To do that, I added a simple but powerful indicator, the volume oscillator, one of the default indicators on TradingView. It works like this: when the oscillator is above the zero line, it suggests there is enough volume to support price movement. When it is below the zero, the market is likely low in volume, meaning more chop, false breakouts or ranging behavior. And so, we only want to trade when there is volume behind the move. Instead of the default settings, 5 and 10, I use 10 and 20 to smooth out the noise and focus only on the stronger volume shifts. I will now head over again to the indicators testing bot, enable the volume oscillator as a confirmation filter, run the same 5 asset portfolio with the same risk management strategy and come back with a brand new set of results. After activating the volume oscillator as a confirmation filter and keeping everything else exactly the same, the strategy showed an outstanding improvement. The win rate jumped to 42.34%, the net profit climbed to 316%, the profit factor rose to 1.17, the max drawdown dropped from 79 to 43%, and the Sharpe ratio reached an impressive 3.75 value. Every single asset performed well, with Bitcoin once again leading the pack, and the new equity curve is one of the smoothest we have seen so far. Less volatility, faster recoveries, and overall much more consistency. And this is why it is really important to optimize any strategy. The twin range filter is already a strong breakout indicator, but when combined with even a basic volume filter like the volume oscillator, the results can drastically improve, both in performance and stability. So, with everything we have seen, I believe the twin range filter deserves a solid place on our official strategy ranking table, this spot right here. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments below. This updated ranking is also available for free on my website. Just click on free content, scroll down and you will find it. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.